Hey guys, it's Robert, an ambassador for Christ, and as you know where I go, the kingdom goes. Remember, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, WhatsApp me at the bottom if you want to, and remember, eat the fish. Did I say that before? Eat the fish, spit out the bones. Some things you may agree with, some things you may not. Some things you may agree with, some things you may not. Eat the fish, spit out the bones. Now listen to this. I know when the rapture is going to happen. I know the exact date, time when a rapture is going to happen. And it's quite a revelation. I read the scriptures and I added up some numbers from Galatians and from the book of Acts, and I was timed in some different equations and different feasts. But I'm not going to go into it, but it's quite exciting. It's quite interesting. All right. So I know when the day's going to happen. I'm going to get straight into it. Okay, listen to this. The rapture is going to happen tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. England, was it Greenwich Mean Time? According to the scriptures that I read and the scriptures that I cross-referenced, all right? It's going to be an exciting time. The rapture of the church is going to happen. Now, I want to ask you a question. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? You're going to do one of two things. Either believe me or not believe me. If you don't believe me, you can switch off. If you believe me, I'm talking to you now. What are you going to do right now? I want to know, like for example, are you going to go in the street and start preaching to people and tell them that the end is going to happen tomorrow at 9 o'clock? Stop, turn the video off, get out on the street and go and tell everybody right now the rapture is going to happen tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Go and do it now. It's going to happen. It's at the doors. You've got to do it. We've got to get as many people saved as possible because tomorrow at 9 o'clock, rapture is going to happen. Do you know what? If you don't evangelize the people anyway, trust me, you're not going to be doing that. You're probably going to go on to another video after this one and look for some more rapture stuff. So what's my point? My point is this, okay? The rapture, it doesn't matter when the rapture happens because you're always going to do what you've always been doing. So if you've been a preacher preaching the gospel and you've been getting people saved, and bring them to the kingdom, you're going to continue to do that. If you haven't been doing that anyway, and because you know you've got this new information that the rapture is going to happen tomorrow, you're still not going to do nothing anyway. You're still going to go and get some chips and eat some food and go onto another YouTube video. That's all you're going to do. So what is my point? Doesn't matter when the rapture is going to happen. It makes no difference when the rapture is going to happen because it doesn't make a difference in your life at all. It won't. And I just find it quite interesting that so many people do a lot of rapture stuff. And I found out that the more rapture stuff we research and the more end time stuff we research, it doesn't really change the individual at all. It makes the individual, it's like, all this is powerful. You know about itching ears, that we are like people with itching ears saying, when is the coming or when's the next coming? The world still carries on as it was from Noah. Where's the Lord? Where's it happen? That's how you become. You become a person with itching ears. You're saying, when is the Lord going to come? When's the Lord going to come? When's the next video? When's the next video? When's the Lord? When's the Lord? That's what you're doing, is itching ears, trying to find a next bit of information. That is not going to help you whatsoever. Because if you die today anyway, it doesn't matter what about the rapture, does it? Because you're dead. Do you understand what I mean? So what's my point? My point is, you know what we need to do? We need to start to get people saved every single day, preach the gospel, help people out, minister to people, build people up, help people as much as we can. If the rapture happens tomorrow, praise God. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, praise God. It doesn't make a difference. But we need to make a difference today, now, where we are, while we're still alive. Because if the rapture happens in 55,000 years' time, you're not even going to be around. Listen, I'm having a bit of a game, a little play. You're still around listening. I'm just having a bit of a game with you guys, all right? Because it makes my mind boggle that people are so hot on the next fad. Do you know what I mean? Is it the Nibiru? Is it the Nephilim? Is it this? Is it that? Everyone looking in the skies and come on. We're meant to be mature saints here. Let's not do that. Let's get in the scriptures and let's just read the book of Genesis or read Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. Let's just leave the rapture stuff to the side because it's not going to help you out whatsoever. Anyway, it's Robert, an ambassador for Christ, and as you know where I go, the kingdom goes, and dislike if you like, no problem, I won't hide it. Like, subscribe, share, see you guys on the next video, stay blessed.